Welcome. I hope you enjoy the conversation you're about to hear between me and another comedian regarding comedy and religion. These are conversations I'm calling Disorganized Religion. God bless, and for those atheists out there, may nothing await you after this life.
Big religious
But
guy.
I mean, I used to be.
You're just not a big guy, though.
I'm not a big guy.
My forehead is so shiny.
You want a paper towel?
No, I just
Should we
want everyone to know
take
that
these
I
bottles,
know
though?
That I know that
Is that
I
okay?
am a sweaty beast.
It's okay. You look great.
Okay, cool. All right, well, welcome to today's edition of Disorganized Religion. I've found a great friend of mine. He is hilarious. He is starting up, or I guess coming back to his late night spot in the show that he's producing called Another Late Show Tonight.
Yep.
Okay.
There it is.
I always mess it up, but we did it. Mike Perkins.
Thanks so
everybody.
much, guys. Hey, what's up?
Let him
Hey,
hear it.
this is Bugsy, my dog Bugsy. He's here. If you're just listening, you don't see Bugsy. You might hear the sniffing, but
Oh yeah.
if you're
So
watching.
a mouth sniffer, a mouth breather.
I mean, you could
got
probably
a
hear it
mouth
on the.
breather.
I mean, you got some good setup over here, so
We'll see.
we're gonna hear the noise.
We'll see how echoey it is. I'm a little worried about that.
Yeah.
But sweet. Well, I should have mentioned also that he's got a fantastic podcast called Reviewing Reviews.
Thanks,
with
man.
DJ of the Sea.
Yeah. DJ of the Sea.
That's what his name means.
DJ of the. Does it really?
Demer.
Demer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Demers.
Yeah, Demers.
Yeah, I think
It means
it's a
of the
merge
sea?
Of the sea.
Man.
I think so. I mean, that's what it is in French.
He's got such a badass last
It's
name.
Of the seas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DJ of the Seas.
DJ of the seas. But who
Man.
cares about him? Because he's not here.
My last name just means Perkins of the Jersey, I guess. I'm not even of the seas. I'm
What
just
is it
like,
with do you know what your last name means? Have you looked it up?
I have no idea, man.
The,
I don't know.
etymology of Perkins?
No, I never have.
Oh,
I guess I should.
maybe.
Mike,
I'll
like,
put it in the
well,
notes.
Michael was, an angel.
Mm-hmm.
So like
the
that's
one that helped create the earth.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
But then Perkins, who knows? It might just balance it out and be
Maybe it's some awful.
yeah, just some awful
You're a
thing.
kid diddler.
Yeah, destroyer of the world or something. I'm like, well, I just broke even,
That's not too bad.
Whatever.
Not a bad place to
Yeah,
be.
yeah, it's all good.
Oh, that's so fun. All right, so I want to talk.
He's gonna move around.
As you know, with this podcast, we're going to talk about your experiences in comedy,
Yeah.
and then your experiences with spirituality, religion, or not. Maybe you have a deep-seated hatred of all things religious, and that's fine. We'll get into it.
Yeah.
So,
I
what
love
got you started in comedy?
What got me started in comedy was like stand-up or just like comedy in general.
Ooh, in general.
In general,
Yeah. And we'll get into why stand-up. And what you're doing now.
I guess it's always been
You
like.
only do stand-up now, right, Mike?
Oh, I do improv too. Yeah. I do a lot of stuff. Let's read it off. Reviewing reviews. We got another late show tonight. We do hashtags with hat trick.
Yeah.
So many shows. Just come to all of them. I guess I went to school for film, and I just growing up, dude. I always loved like watching SNL clips, and and just I always wanted to be like the next Adam Sandler.
Oh, okay.
Like he's one of my biggest idols
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah.
Bugsy's he's on the move. He's on the move. He's on the move. He's on the
You have
move.
the Adam Sandler bit in your act.
I do. Yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Thank
spoil
you.
it because you should go see him.
Yeah.
And pay
Should I say it right now? Should I
See
do
it.
it? I don't have to
burn
do it.
it.
Yeah.
Don't
well,
burn it here.
Come to the show.
Yeah,
It'll be
exactly.
great.
Come on.
Don't burn it on here.
Don't waste your material on my viewers. They don't care.
All right. Here's my impression of. No, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man.
Adam
I just.
Sandler, big.
Yeah, I just.
connection for you.
But I've always loved comedy. I mean, I listened to Nick Wuthridge's
Yeah.
pod.
Oh,
Thanks for
yeah,
the shout out on that one,
Hey,
too.
yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, I didn't know. I realized I look like 19, but I don't feel 19.
You
know.
look very youthful.
Thanks, man.
You look so happy.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Just got a haircut. Maybe that's like the thing of
nice.
it. Yeah, you know
Maybe
what I mean.
So.
Maybe it makes
so.
me a little younger.
I think Nick and I hit it on the head when we talked about no kids. That's
Yeah.
really what.
Yeah, no kids.
That's the
We've had
fountain
a,
of youth right there.
yeah, I've had a couple scares, but it didn't happen. I got Bugsy. He's gonna flop around and do his thing right now because he's just playing with his
So excited.
toy right now.
Yeah.
I have a dog named Bugsy, by the way.
Oh, at first I thought you got him a toy, which was another like a wiener dog.
No,
Oh,
it's that's a moose.
cannibalistic.
That's a moose.
Ah, okay. Cool. Cool.
But yeah, man, I've always been like the class clown of it all, you
Yeah.
know. And I used to get in trouble a lot in school, like
that
the
right?
generic, like kind of
Yeah.
like how a stand-up starts, I guess.
Yeah.
I used to get in trouble in detentions a lot, and just try to make your friends laugh.
Right.
I've always been
and
that
your
guy.
enemies? Did you get bullied?
I did get bullied a lot. I think that's what it was like, I do remember the story, this kid, Billy Davis, who was...
That is a bully name.
Yeah, he was...
The two first name?
Yeah,
Nonsense.
he was a jerk. He was a real jerk.
Yeah.
So I remember he bullied me like 6th grade, and he used to like push me around and stuff. And I remember the day I just kind of lost it, and like I punched him in the gut.
Really?
And it was like this big like moment when he was like, ugh, and he didn't move at all. He was a huge guy.
Yeah.
But like then he like wanted to be my friend after that.
Interesting.
So it just kind of was like, dude, get away from me.
And this was in Jersey.
This was back in Jersey. Yeah. And
where you were born? You were born in New Jersey?
Born in Jersey, man.
Wow.
Born and bred. I was born near Atlantic City. So was Bugsy. He misses it. That's why he's crying right now.
Oh, poor doggy.
And he's a good guy.
Yeah, hello. That's my ear.
Let him alone, Bugs.
Don't. You're gonna start something you don't want to finish.
And what's it called? And
Atlantic City.
Atlantic City. I was born near there, and yeah, I don't know. I've always been like into comedy.
Yeah.
I guess. And then when I wanted to start stand up, like I went to school for acting and film because I did like theater stuff outside of that. He's gonna start barking.
Yeah. No, he's cool.
Okay.
And you did theater here, or you studied theater and film here?
No, I did theater back in Jersey.
Okay.
And you want to put him in the room?
What?
I don't know if you want to cut this stuff.
Oh, does he want this thrown?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be. Yeah. There you go.
Come here. He's like, that's it. That's all you got.
That's all you got. Come on. He's like, I want to be on the podcast. Come on.
I love it.
Come on.
What?
And yeah, but I've always been
Interested in comedy.
Interested in comedy, and I didn't do stand up until maybe like 6 years ago. I did an open mic back in like 2010.
Okay.
Oh, and he's breaking stuff.
Oh my gosh. Thank goodness.
Let me put him in the room.
Nothing. All right.
All right.
If he wants it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna be a dick the entire time.
All right.
I don't know if we can.
We can pause, or I'll just. We'll be right back. We're taking a little commercial break. We got rid of the dog. Killed him.
Dog's
Out
gone.
back.
I threw him outside. If you want a dog, he's there.
Just look for a
roaming the streets. This dog is.
Yeah. All right. So we were talking about your interest in comedy. Sort of started from the get-go.
Yeah, I mean, I've always loved it. I remember watching like Tommy Boy as a kid with my dad and stuff, and like Wedding Singer, the best romantic comedy of all time.
Oh wow! Stand by that.
The best.
Wow.
It's
Better
perfect.
than While You Were Sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
right.
think I've ever seen While You Were Sleeping. Who's in that?
What? Sandra Bullock.
I've never seen it.
Why can't I think of the male lead?
Ryan Reynolds.
He was in Casper. Not Ryan Reynolds. That's The Proposal.
Oh, gotcha.
Alaska.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. While You Were Sleeping. No, it's got the guy from. He was in Casper.
No shit.
I'm trying to. I can't even remember now what else he's in.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's fine. He's only well known.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
He's only the most well-known
Watch
actor.
this.
He's one of our best listeners, and now we just lost him because you forgot his name.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Doesn't bother me. Okay, I'll shout it out later when I think of
Yeah.
it. Anyhow, all right. So, Wedding Singer.
You're gonna be Tommy Malcolm, whatever. Classic film. Yeah, I mean, I always loved comedy, and then like when I finished high school, like I remember I'd always been a class clown. In senior year, I took a theater class.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, this is how I'm going to get into acting and stuff. And like,
okay.
because we filmed like random sketches like in high school.
Yeah.
But they were just
basement?
we were just like, basement. We were like doing like, jackass type stuff where we like do shopping carts and whatnot and just random stuff like that. And we had to film that stuff for our acting class in theater school in senior year. And then I went to community college for acting, and then went to film school to finish off my bachelor's.
Gotcha.
So I've always been
all in Atlantic City.
It was all South Jersey. Okay. Yeah, like near Philly and stuff.
Yeah.
So and then I did that, and then I was doing like some movie stuff before that. And I tried stand up in 2010.
Okay.
And I don't know if you were the same way with stand up, but like I did an open mic for the first time. It's been amazing ever since. I did an open mic for the first time, and it was at this place called the Roadhouse.
Okay.
Which it was like a big like bar, and like it was like Patrick Swayze decor everywhere and stuff. It was like a real weird bar. Yeah. And my buddy's like, oh, they're having an open mic night. We got to sign up. And I was like, all right, cool. But then it was an open mic for bands.
Oh, no.
So it was like crazy heavy metal bands and all this stuff, and then like
and then you guys get
I
up
have
there.
to go up there after this crazy heavy metal band, and
Did you check in with anybody? Like, did they know you were not going to play an
we just
instrument?
signed up. Yeah, I guess they thought like maybe I had a guitar with me or something, like in my trunk
Yeah,
or
so they
something,
had no
or they
idea.
just didn't care. They're just like, "There's a microphone, do whatever you want."
You got 5 minutes.
So, yeah.
How long was the set?
It was, I think, 5 minutes. I
Okay.
think it was 5.
Yeah.
And I did that, and I liked it, so I did it a couple more times.
But what was the reaction? I mean, that's such a switch from music. I mean, I know there are a lot of bands.
Well, like those
comedians open for them.
Well, like those guys were like cleaning up their stuff behind me as I walked on. I was like, "Hey guys, I'm Mike Perkins. I'm gonna do some comedy for you." And it was just like,
That's funny.
and that
Out
was
of left field.
yeah. It just
Yeah.
But like
Super okay.
it was weird because those guys were like laughing behind me too. So I was like,
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
And
And how'd your buddy do?
I don't think he did too
You didn't stay for
good.
his set. You did yours.
Yeah, I was like, I'm out of here, man. I'm done. He actually just decided to play the bass the entire time. He was just like, maybe I should just drum because my jokes don't work. No, he was pretty good too. I forget, honestly.
Yeah.
But I did that, and then I did like another one, and I think we did like 2 more after that.
Music.
No, it was actual like open mic for comedy.
Yeah.
It was called the Comedy Cabaret. I think that was the one I did. It was like in like the Ramada Inn in like Philly.
Oh, okay.
And then I just filmed it, and then I just showed, and I stopped doing it, and just showed everyone that video for like 2 years. Like, I've done stand up before. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I
Was it mostly on a whim that you guys did stand up, or did you feel like
well,
like I want to do this, I need to do this? Or...
I think everyone always told me, like, I remember I used to work for Domino's. I was a delivery guy for a long time. For actually, like 6 years. Yeah, it was a long time.
that is a long.
A lot of friends, like coworkers, would be like, "You got to try stand up. You got to do stand up." And I'd always like write stuff out and then never do it.
Yeah.
And then
Gotcha.
finally,
Sure.
he's the one that like pushed me. He's like, "We got to do
Let's
this."
do this, yeah.
And
Gotcha.
Frank DeFelice, by the way, give shout out.
DeFelice.
Shout out. Listen to this, Frank.
He was not the actor.
He was not the actor. He was actually in While You Were Sleeping with Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Very famous
Not
actor
the
now.
one I was thinking of. Anyhow, yeah, go on.
Yeah, but then I did that, and then I just didn't do it after that. I just like stopped. I think because like people kept asking me to do it.
Oh, and you're like, no.
Yeah, that's my. I kind of like don't
Not
like
gonna
when people tell
conform.
me. Yeah. I don't like.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
Is it the same way with you? Did you like do open mics and then kind of just roll with it?
I mean, I'd always been interested in stand-up, but my parents were very good and practical. So they're like, no, you're gonna need to probably provide for a family, and this is so you need a real career.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever really voiced to them like I'm gonna be a stand-up comedian. That was never a discussion we had.
Yeah.
I just knew that. I guess I felt like that would be their response. So this is silly. You should probably do something. So I was a lawyer for a while, and then. But still had an interest. So my first real open mic experience was at Good Nights in Raleigh,
Oh, okay.
and it went awful. I mean, I
In North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, it didn't go. Super
Wait, why were you in North
badly.
Carolina? Did you live in North Carolina before that?
Yeah, we were there for about 6 years.
Okay, so you
where
grew up
I
in
did-
Utah.
Yeah, grew up in
and then
Utah.
went there.
I did law school, worked as an attorney for a year and a half or so out in Raleigh,
Oh, okay.
North Carolina. Yeah, we went to UNC.
Okay.
Tar Heels.
There you go. Okay.
All the way. Yeah,
Tar
my
Heels.
wife did her graduate program at UNC while I was doing law school and working.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, what's the stand-up scene like in North Carolina? That's probably like
I mean, it's
weird.
It was a bit small.
Yeah.
Because most of it was run by the NC State kids.
Mm-hmm.
So it was mostly like Good Nights. Sort of, I guess I let them use their stage for the club that was really the UNC, like the NC State. They had some comedy club, I think.
Yeah.
Right, for school.
Uh-huh.
So it was a bunch of these hipster college kids that would come out and do stand-up. And there would be then some local people who would come in and do stand-up. And so I was one of the local people.
The local
who
guys that
tried out.
Yeah.
I had to attend the thing for like 2 months before they let me like get on the list.
What?
And then went up, and I think it was 3 minutes, and I was so nervous to
Uh-huh.
do stuff in front of like total strangers. It was okay, but like I was just so nervous.
Yeah.
And I thought I need to do it again.
Yeah.
Real shot. So.
See, I think that I was the opposite. I think because like I did good the first couple times and wasn't
Yeah.
nervous, and then when I bombed for the first time, I was like,
Oh.
yeah, I'm gonna hang this up.
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I got busy with other, like, I started working the casino and stuff too, and was just like, I'll do it later, and just push it off for so many years.
Right.
You know, but it was more like, yeah, I felt good about my first time, and then I was like, what? All right, bye. Like, this didn't work? Okay, whatever. You know?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, have you done, you said you studied acting, film.
Uh-huh.
Any projects you've been a part of that people could find? Or that people would know?
Yeah, I actually got hooked up with these guys right when I got out of college. Which is funny. I went to
hooked up with these guys?
Well, like, yeah, we just made out and stuff. I mean, that's how you got to get in the biz, Seth. Come on.
That's not really a film.
It was a pretty good film we had. We had to hook up with these guys. We filmed that part of it.
I hope these couches.
I linked up with these guys, and these couches came from that. It was great. We cleaned it up. I cleaned up for people when you got here.
Yeah. I my black light.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Room Raiders right now. Is this your podcast?
That's it. If we're gonna change themes.
Wouldn't it be crazy if Room Raiders had like a podcast now? It's like, hey, we're not on MTV anymore, but if you want to check our YouTube page, we're checking stuff.
I think they would still make a killing doing that.
Probably. People would check in, I guess.
There's like cheater shows on YouTube now too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bounty hunter shows on YouTube.
Do they have like the black lights too and shit?
I don't know if the bounty hunters have the black lights.
Yeah.
The cheater, I think, shows.
Cheater definitely does.
Yeah, but
that's gotta be a weird thing. It's like, no, it's my, I masturbated. What are you talking about?
I mean, it's like,
it's mine. You know.
We don't love each other anymore.
Yeah.
What more do you want from me?
What do you want from me? Yeah.
Just get out of here.
But yeah, back when I got out of college, it was weird. It all happened like real quick because I did. I graduated college in 2010, like 09, but like I walked in 2010, and then I had a buddy that worked at Domino's with me, and we never really talked as much. And then he was looking for investors in this movie he was doing.
Oh, interesting.
Right. And like I got linked up with those guys, and like the big selling point, it was called a movie called Calendar Girl, which is called Miss December now.
Oh, okay.
And it had Dante or Brian O'Halloran in it, Dante from Clerks in it, and I was a huge Clerks fan and stuff.
Oh.
So like I got linked up with those guys, and I kind of invested like in the movie, but I was on set every day because I was kind of like in the whole like allure of it all.
Yeah.
And I got to learn a lot and become friends with the producers and stuff, and they ended up giving me, because I helped with like the social media promotions and all that stuff of it, they gave me a producer credit on that movie.
All right.
Then we rolled that into, we did this other movie called Mancation.
Yeah. Nice.
So they were like the biggest like indie film guys in Philly, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Called Double Windsor Films.
Huh.
Well,
then there you go.
So yeah, we did that, and then we did this movie called Mancation, and Joey Fatone was in it, and I became friends with him and Danica McKellar from The Wonder Years, Winnie Coops.
Yeah, sure.
Winnie Coops.
I'm just gonna pretend like I know him.
And have you never seen Wonder Years?
I have seen clips.
Yeah.
But that was a little bit.
Winnie Cooper.
We were born the same year, but that was a little bit after my time.
It was after our time, yeah, but it's still like Winnie Cooper. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Of course.
And then
That's so fun.
yeah, so we did that. That movie tanked, but it was fine, whatever. Yeah. But it was cool. I got the producer credit, and then I linked up again. We did this other movie called I Am Santa Claus, which third time's a charm. Yeah. We ended up getting that one because, Mancation ended up getting. We got signed by Lionsgate.
Oh,
and got like DVD distribution, international stuff, and all this stuff.
That's
like,
a big deal.
Yeah, but it never got known. You could probably get it for like $1 at a Goodwill now or something.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You probably still can look it up online and stuff.
Yeah.
These guys aren't going to listen to.
They might.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
You don't know what they're into.
But yeah, like, whoa, I want to listen to this.
They might be into a whole bunch of guys making out.
But then, Mancation. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can see these couches. And
and but then I did this flick called I Am Santa Claus, a documentary. It follows around the guys portraying Santa Claus all year round. What do they do come February and stuff. And it was a really cool idea. And the guy Tommy Avalone, who worked on the Double Windsor films with us, he was directing this one. And and I signed on as a producer for it, kind of got help with like investments and stuff, and kind of like all this other good stuff. And then that ended up getting Netflix for about 3 years. We had like a premiere out. When I moved out here, we had the premiere out here in 2015 and stuff. So that was really cool.
That is cool.
So that was kind of like my movie journey.
Got it.
Of it all.
Yeah. You still have interest in doing movies and acting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean,
there you go.
Yeah, here it is. Book me. Come on.
My audience is exclusively Hollywood film producers.
I love
so,
it. Cool. So I'll put my stuff on there.
I'll put it
we'll
all.
get the
They'll know
resume.
where to find you.
Yeah, you know where to find me.
On Instagram.
On Instagram at Mike Perkins _ or come to a show.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Haunt him after it.
Yeah, but then when I moved out here in 2014, then I was like, I got to get back into stand-up. And I don't know about you, but if I didn't do stand-up, I would do absolutely nothing out here, I think.
Is that right?
Isn't it weird?
That is interesting.
Like, it's like being an actor.
So you came out here for acting and film initially.
Yeah, I came out here. The dream was always to move to Cali. And then, like, you know, I had a girlfriend back home that had the same dream, and then, you know, she ended up hooking up with a drummer on this couch. I know, it wasn't this couch. This couch has been... No, this is a brand new couch. Actually, I moved here a year ago. This is a brand new couch.
Brand new you bought it.
Brand new me, brand new couch.
Bought it used from her boyfriend.
Bought it used from the drummer. He's killing it as a cover band drummer.
Oh, boy. Are they both still out here?
No, she moved out here. We don't have to talk about that if you don't want to. That's a long story.
I asked Mike if there was anything he did not want to talk about.
Okay, great. We'll
don't.
We'll talk about it.
I already hate her.
She's getting married now anyway to some other guy.
Gosh. All right,
not the drummer, just some other.
More salt in the wound. Some other schmooze.
Some other schmooze who has a good couch, I guess. This is
unbelievable. I hope she's very happy.
No, I hope she's happy too.
Yeah.
It's weird when you get that way with exes, right?
Yeah.
I used to be like bitter about stuff, and then now I'm like, we're at that age where I'm just like, I wish you the best.
Yeah, what?
You know,
how much longer do we have left?
Yeah. When does the rapture come?
Why dwell on the negative?
We're all gonna die. You might as well die happy.
Such old men in our years of wisdom.
Oh, I love that.
But
That's
why
so
did you
funny.
feel the need to do stand up again?
So I honestly don't know.
Billy Davis came back.
I punched him in the gut, and I was like, I need a microphone in this hand too.
That would be better.
No, it's weird because then like I started back up because my buddy from work, when I worked at casino back at Sugar House in Philly, my buddy Steve Rinaldi, who's a great friend of mine. We've been best friends for a long time. Actually, 9 years, I guess now, because 2010 we met. And he started getting into it. He's like, "You've done stand up before," and blah blah blah. And I was like, "Yeah, I've done it before. Check out this tape." You know,
like you look 12 in this.
Yeah, and I'm like, It was great. But he got really heavy into it and was doing it like weekly and stuff, and like was killing it. And he's still doing great in Philly.
Yeah.
He's moved to like Chicago since then, and he was doing like Atlantic City, and he was actually in Albany, New York for a long time. He's really good in it. And he like stuck with it. So then when I knew I was moving to Cali, I'm like, I need to get back in it just to get my feet wet again.
Yeah.
So I started doing open mics in Philly again, and just so I got that like stage fright out of it.
Sorry, I may have missed something. You moved to Cali.
Yeah.
In 2013.
2014.
And then you moved back to Philly?
No, I've been here since.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. So
been
you
here.
Got back into stand up while you were still.
Yeah, because I knew I was moving. I kind of like had like when all that breakup stuff happened with the ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
I was like, listen, now's the time to, because what's funny is like, because I was kind of a pit boss back home. I was a floor manager, and I put in for a promotion, and I was like, and I was going through the breakup and stuff too. And I was like, look, if I get the promotion, I'm gonna hang out for another year and a half and just kind of get that experience. If I don't, I'm moving. And I didn't get the promotion. So I was like, so I had to move.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, all right, I'm gonna save up more money and get ready. And that's when like kind of like October, November, I started doing like trying to do open mics again, just to get my feet wet of it. And then I moved February of 2014.
Interesting. But you at that point you knew you wanted to do stand up here.
Yeah, I knew I wanted to do comedy.
Okay.
So like, because even my first year out here, I was all about improv.
Okay.
Because I did UCB when I first moved out here. I was like, I'm doing UCB.
Yeah.
Is that
where you met Nick?
No, it's funny because I just listened to you guys. We had the same exact thing.
Funny. Yeah.
Because he was saying how he did stand up and he loved improv more.
Yeah.
And I was the same way, dude.
Well, you both had crises of career.
Yeah.
Where it was like, oh, this is not what I thought it would be, or it's not working out, and then.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So
it was weird, and we moved here pretty much the same time.
Yeah.
Because we met at Flappers.
And you were at UCB.
And we're at UCB because that's what we
That's how many people do comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you can have such a similar... Anyway.
Yeah, because we bonded out here. He was wearing a UCB hoodie. And he's like,
my
oh, UCB. And I was wearing one, too. And we were like, oh, my God, UCB. Like, I love improv. And we were both... I think we met at the Burbank Festival maybe, like, I don't know, a year after I moved, like 2015 or something.
Oh, okay.
Because he was working in the office there.
Yeah. Doing his accounting.
Doing his accounting thing.
Right.
But like my first year out here, like I was getting booked. Like Flapper started booking me. That was my first gig I did I did the Ha open mic, which was like,
I've heard mixed reviews about the Ha. It depends on what you want to accomplish.
It's funny because like I did that mic, and the guy's like, it was $5 for 5 minutes.
Right.
And he's like, or you can get the tape for $25 in 5 minutes or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll get the tape.
I want the tape.
And then of course I gotta show people this. I got an old tape. I need a new one to show people. You know, what a deal.
Yeah.
And then the tape was like a security camera looking footage. You know what I mean? It was like bad. Yeah.
Fisheye.
Yeah, it was like really bad. It was like all like
black and white.
Yeah, which is weird.
Interesting.
It looked like I had a warrant.
Rip-off.
Yeah, it was like brutal. I'm sure they fixed it now. I hope they fixed it now. But like the guy like put like a DVD in the Sony camera or whatever he had, and then he gave me that DVD. He's like, let me know when you're about to go up. And I was like, okay. Yeah.
Wow.
So like that was my first spot, like open mic.
Yeah.
And then I did the Flappers audition.
Right.
And then they booked me for my first show, 4th of July. Yeah.
Oh.
But it was weird because
cool.
then I was getting booked once a month.
Yeah.
But like I wasn't excited about it.
Really?
Like I was kind of excited because it was a show.
Yeah.
But I loved doing improv way more. Because I did the whole UCB program. I joined my team.
Yeah.
We met in 201 and we're doing practice groups and started doing shows, and like improv was just so much more better.
Yeah.
It was more fun, more better, more fun, more better.
Was it more better?
It was more better. I'm just yes-ending.
Yes, it was more better, and
Yes, it was more better, and it was more better than everything.
it was more better and awesome.
Yeah. But like I feel like that community was like so much more better.
There is something magical when you find a good group
Yeah.
of improvisational comedians. I mean, it is amazing how much fun it can be to perform with them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing, right? And
Yeah.
stand-up does not always... It offers a different high.
I think stand-up takes it takes a little more better. It takes a little longer for you to kind of get comfortable with it, I think.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we became friends real quick.
Yeah.
And it's more of like, you know, you build that community of like, with Nick and like, you know, whoever's like in the group of it all. But you kind of get your nice little like network of people.
Yep.
But when you're first moving out here, like, you meet people at shows.
You don't always know.
But like, with improv, you're like doing practice groups and you're getting to know people and doing like.
And it's pretty structured, right? I mean, they have classes and stuff that you have to take.
Yeah, you're together with people for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So like you kind of have to get to know people. I mean, that's what makes improv good is if you know people on stage.
Right.
You know, you got to be feel comfortable with someone.
And you can trust them.
And you can trust them. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I can't like do some random scene where I'm like, you know, a goat and like coming over at you and you're going to be like, who is this guy? You know, like whatever.
Get on the arc.
Come on, this is goat improv. Get over here. Get on the arc. See? Get on the arc.
I know.
Look at that.
It's magic.
That's the chemistry of magic right there. Where someone else would be like, what are you doing as a goat?
Right.
And I'm like, oh, God, what am I making? Cheese over here? You know, like, what do you want from me?
I guess I'm not a goat anymore.
I guess I'm not a goat. I'll be
an idiot acting like a goat.
Yeah, great. I'm just, we're in Silver Lake, you know, like whatever.
Come on, Dad, play goats with me.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, what's your problem?
But,
oh, boy. Okay, so as you started doing shows with Flappers, but you had no joy. So when did you get the joy?
When
did you get the joy?
When did that joy come back into your life? I think it was more, I still liked doing shows, but I was like, my first year out here, I was like struggling. I was doing like 3 jobs and stuff, so like
sure.
I was like kind of like, like I
Doing
wasn't
those all-male films.
Yeah, I mean those couches, like you know what I mean. My couch has been through a lot, and you know, and then like I don't know, I would have to like call out of work for the show, and I'd be like, oh man, I can't do it. You know what I mean? And I would do it every single time because I'm like, oh, it's a booking.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
right?
but then I'm like stressed for money, so I'm not having fun at the show, and like. You know, after a while, you're doing the same material your first year, and you're not liking it.
Yeah.
Like, I used to do a lot of weed jokes. I don't even smoke weed. You know, I used to be like, California weed, it's legal. I used to do, like, a weird Willy Wonka thing, too. And it'd be like, you can make the weed go around. Like, whatever. I don't even remember what I did.
That's so funny.
I was like, it's like a candy store.
Yeah, of
you know,
course.
and I hated it.
Oh, okay.
And then then you start I think after my first year,
yeah.
then I started producing shows. And that's where I think I got the love of it because I was around it and meeting other people and all that stuff. So it's like,
well, seeing a lot of other people do it.
Yeah.
It can help.
Exactly.
Like, there's not just like 3 ways to be funny on stage or whatever it is.
Because I wasn't even doing. Actually, no. I think I started hosting the mic. I think at Flappers before I started producing. I took the How to Be a Better MC class.
Oh yeah.
At with Richie Leese. Remember Richie Leese?
I don't think I ever met him.
He was a good dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still around, but he's
alive.
He's alive. He's alive.
Rip.
R.I.P. Richie Leese. No, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
But he's in Florida and stuff. He's all over the place anymore.
Okay.
He was the booker at Flappers.
For
a while.
Gotcha. Yeah. When I started there, it was Crystal.
Yeah.
And then, then you were there for a while.
And then I was there for a couple months.
Yeah.
And then Chelsea.
Ken was one of the first people I met.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Anyhow. So no, I never knew Richie.
Yeah, Richie. And then I took that class, and I think I started hosting the open. I was a fill-in for the open mics.
Oh yeah.
But when I was just doing one show a month, that's the only time I would do stand-up.
Oh, that's tough.
I wouldn't have time to do open mics, or I would try to, but wouldn't know anybody, and it was weird. And you get up there, and it's you know,
whatever.
I feel like you need a friend when you first start.
Yeah, a sponsor.
You know, or someone to hang out with, because otherwise you're.
Yeah, I did it alone for a long time. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean.
And it is tough.
Yeah.
It is tough.
It's tough to do because then you don't I don't know. It's different when you know people you run a show once a month.
Yeah.
When you know the people in the lineup, you have a better show. I feel because you're
oh, absolutely.
You know, instead of doing a show, you don't know, maybe you only know one person.
Right.
Because then you feel like you have to prove, but then it's kind of like a nerve thing or something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's also something liberating about doing stand up alone. Or starting out because I didn't have anything to prove or any expectations to keep with anybody.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't know. I hate doing. I won't say hate, but it's difficult for me to do stand up in front of my wife.
Really?
Because I care so much about how that show goes if she's there.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Anyhow.
Yeah, I would never people would want to come to my open mic that I was doing and stuff.
Yeah.
I would never want anyone to see me do anything.
Yeah.
Even when I moved out here,
it's not a bringer. Please don't come
here. Yeah. I'm it's not a bringer. It's just I had to buy a drink.
It. Yeah.
Yeah. But even my girlfriend when I moved out here, she would come with all her friends and I would just be nervous about it.
Yeah.
Now I'm I don't
totally
even care. You're at the point I'm
good.
yeah. I mean you still get nervous when
good.
certain people come or something. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But your stuff. You can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and now doing open mics where other comics in the room.
Exactly.
It does. I mean, it makes it knowing the audience makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
To just have fun.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
because open mics are a weird thing
they're
to
an
do.
Enigma.
It's
what do you find most difficult about the open mic scene? Or doing an open mic show, right? Just doing the open mic.
Well, it's
And then we'll go to what you like the most, but
I think
I like starting negative.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do negative first.
Yeah, first.
So
well timed.
I would say, right? We had to do the water first.
Yeah.
This is the well timed thing.
Yeah.
I think you're a very clean comic.
Sure.
Open micers are just
filthy
I know you
years.
cut out the cursing and stuff, but if you just want to
I put out 2. Just so everyone knows, I put out 2 versions.
Oh, really?
One
So I can
unedited,
curse right
one
now?
edited. Yeah, you can do whatever you be.
Oh,
you.
okay, great.
You be you.
Because I was listening to the Nick one, and it was
I edited out.
At first, I thought it was a mic thing, and then I was oh no, you edit out every time he said the word fuck. So I can curse.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, great.
You
So
just listen to the edited version.
Oh.
There's an unedited version.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I try to be accessible to
That's
everybody.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good shit.
And I'll leave that one.
Yes. But
Yeah.
now my jersey's gonna come out. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be yeah, fucking motherfucker. But that's how open mics are, where a lot of comics it depends on the open mic, but some comics are talking about their dick and
of
whatever,
course.
and it's just
Yeah.
I always feel an open mic for me, because I do a lot of positive stuff
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Where open micers don't like that.
Yeah.
Stuff that I have jokes that I know crush.
Yeah.
Not to say like a crush, but I have jokes I know crush because it's an audience reaction, or like me doing my Cardi B Adam Sandler thing or whatever.
It's a normal people.
Where it's like normal people, they like that, or like my art. Did I do my Ariana Grande ever for you?
Yeah.
Like I do that one.
Yeah.
Open mic people don't like that.
Of course they hate it.
They hate it
because
it's like a positive. Or I'm not talking about like I'm broke and
I'm
depressed and I'm killing. It's bullshit. Like my job sucks and I'm the. Which I hate about stand up.
Interesting.
With that, like, don't talk about being poor on stage.
Oh,
do you think that audience member cares that you can't afford a Snickers?
It's relatable. You don't like that argument?
It's not relatable though.
Everyone's poor.
You're supposed to like me and Mark Sipka talk about this. Mark. Mark's
Mark.
an amazing,
Yeah.
like incredible guy, incredible performer.
Very positive.
Everything, and that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Like you can do like negative stuff on stage, like about your girlfriend or wife or whatever it is, and that's relatable because like someone does it. But like you going up there and being like, anybody else take a shit in a Pringle can and then can't afford dinner? Nobody cares at the audience that you're doing that.
Yeah.
Or talk about how like. I mean, depression, I guess, is fine to talk about if you're depressed or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like,
Right.
I always hate being like, anybody else broke or whatever. Like,
Interesting.
I don't know. Unless it's like a shtick. I don't know. Unless it's like something that actually goes in to tie into something.
Uh-huh.
But you just being like, guess I'm getting paid in chips tonight. Perfect, because I can't afford anything.
Why do you do a Brian Regan impression?
Is that it? Fig Newtons. I eat Fig Newtons by the sleeve. 3 sleeves is a sleeve.
There it is.
Yeah.
We're going to get copyrighted on YouTube.
Yeah. He's listening
The
right
Regan
now.
machine.
Yeah.
It's going to be out there.
The first time I impressed it. That was a pretty good impression.
That's a great
Was it good?
impression.
I felt it right now coming in.
Oh, that's excellent.
I'm going to be his ADR guy for anything he does.
Yeah.
But like
that part is.
But that's how open mics are sometimes,
Yeah,
Like
very
I get
good
nervous at open mics. It's weird.
Yeah.
And I don't get that nervous like even going on stage and stuff. But like open mics, I'm like, because I feel like I have to impress everyone in the room.
Right. Sure.
Because you don't want to be that guy. Like, I don't know.
It's like, oh, that was cute.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know. I feel like
Interesting.
when you go to a new spot, like even when we did Bert's back room,
Sure.
it was cool because I knew like half you
Everybody
people in the
knew.
room.
Yeah.
But like even for Caitlin and that other girl up front, I was like, I need to like do something that I know.
Yeah.
Jesus, I should have done this. So why not turn this?
Unbelievable.
God, it's the open micer. No, I'm good. It's Bugsy calling me from the bedroom.
Where are you?
He's like, "What are you doing in there?"
lonely.
Damn it.
So what do you like about doing open mics?
I like meeting new comics.
Yeah.
I do like meeting them, and I feel like that's where it comes into like.
You didn't take my call.
Now he's barking. Now he's barking. I just called you. What are you barking?
Oh, you're out there.
That's great. What timing? That was great.
That was perfect. Way to go, Bugs. Way to go.
I'm gonna get on this podcast. I swear, I'm gonna get it. But I like that part of it where you do get to meet new people.
Yeah.
And just kind of like go to a new spot.
Yeah.
Like you doing the improv now, dude. That's great.
Well, I mean, I did one showcase thing there. And that was great.
That's
That was
amazing.
fantastic.
But that's amazing, and
Yeah.
that's you going to the open mic, meeting people,
Yeah.
getting in front of new
Yeah,
people,
exactly.
and just killing it, dude.
No, that's true. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Seth.
Thank you so much.
Proud of you, Seth.
It really means a lot.
One of us making it in there.
It was a fun experience. It really was. And doing the. But I think most of comedy is just getting out there and doing it, right?
Exactly.
And proving your worth.
Yeah.
Or not, I guess, and being likable.
Yeah.
And then just keeping at it.
Yeah.
All right, I want to talk to you about religion, and then we can.
Okay,
wrap
great.
It up.
Cool.
So, did you grow up religious in Jersey?
I love how he's barking still.
Yeah,
It's like you hear that you're gonna hear that on here.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm sorry.
It's gonna be fine.
This dog.
And if they don't hear it, we've been talking about it so much. We're like, we don't hear anything, but you shut up about
What
it.
dog is that? Bugsy. Okay, great. You just gotta scream Bugsy.
Yeah, there you
and
go.
Then,
He's
and,
like, oh.
and then he's done. Religion.
Yeah. Did you grow up religious?
Are we done with comedy already? We done?
I don't know. Did you
We can
wanna-
keep talking.
We
No,
can
I'm
talk
good.
about both at the same time.
Another late show tonight. It's coming out.
Yeah, I'll let you plug everything you want.
No, it's cool.
You
Yeah.
hate religion. You hate it all. Or you have no opinion
Can
on
I
it
make
at all.
well, before we go into religion, I was just listening to Nick, you and Nick on there, which was
Yeah.
it was a great episode.
Oh, thank
I
you.
loved it.
Thank you. Yeah.
I have
good
to
guy.
plug because you book shows as well.
Sure. Yes, I
Um,
do.
when you guys went down the list of like the pet peeves and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I loved every single one of them.
Is that right?
Yeah, and the one about because I want to reiterate that to make it more better.
Yep.
When someone sends a mass email,
Oh yeah.
that's huge.
Yeah.
It's a huge thing of being like, I hate you. You're not gonna get booked.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't care about
Because
you.
if I want to get booked on your show, I want to be
Yeah.
like, Seth, I would love to do your show sometime. Instead
Yeah.
of being like, just
Yeah.
a mass email, and you even like,
Yeah.
it's just horrible.
Yeah. Well, and I will say that my show, I try to make it late night friendly, so it's cleaner than what you would see at a club.
Yeah.
Typically.
Which is always fun. Always a
It's-
great show.
And I appreciate all the comedians that have come on have been great, very respectful, good. But
Yeah.
I have got some audition tapes that are not like clean at all.
It's a
And
clean
there's
show.
yeah, and I'm sort of like, do you have jokes that are not using F word as a punchline, or is this your comedy? Because if it's your comedy, you're just not right for the show.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Which is
it's
fun.
interesting.
Which is funny too. What I learned in that is because I curse a lot still.
Oh, yeah.
I'm an East Coast guy. I'm just always
Sure.
like,
it's in your blood.
we're not edited right now, but now we fucking are. Like whatever. It's in my blood, baby.
Yeah.
But I've always learned like if it is like not in your punchline or something, it has to be part of it.
Right.
Like I remember doing this joke. I did the Flappers Flapcast when they used to have one.
Oh,
It was like
yeah, their
something.
podcast.
Yeah, it was something
Yeah.
called like Learning the Funny or something like that.
Yeah.
Where they bring new stand-ups on and then kind of critique them on their set.
Right.
And I remember doing this joke about Jack in the Box.
Okay.
I forget what it was. It was about them like having like everything, and you can be like, "Let me get lasagna," and they're like, "Yeah, sure, whatever."
Yeah.
Dumb joke, but when I talked about it,
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, so I went to fucking Jack in the Box, and I decided to get a fucking and just did us." And he's like, "Why are you saying fucking in front of Jack in the Box?"
Uh-huh.
Where it's like it's not
And
needed.
you'd not even thought about it.
It didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
So with that, when someone's sending you a
Interesting.
tape, if it's in your punchline,
Right.
if it's not part of a character that you're doing, or
Yeah.
like talking about like your wife, husband, uncle, whatever it
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
then why need that filler?
Yeah.
I should have just said I went to Jack in the Box,
Right.
because then you're using that action word,
Right.
taking it out of context,
Yeah.
and it's like you don't need it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I feel about
But
it.
you were great on my show.
Thanks,
You didn't
man.
even slip up a single time.
I try not to,
Very
because
impressed.
the first couple times I did it, I was like, "Ooh, that you really shit."
But whatever. I
Yeah.
mean, everyone knows not everybody works clean all the time.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's a workshop. It's a workshop show.
It's a workshop. It's a good show.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
So did you want to add to the list of pet peeves?
'Cause
'Cause you book a show.
I do. I've been booking for a long time.
Yeah.
I had a couple shows.
Yeah.
I think what I do love, going back to meeting people at open mics and stuff, and especially for shows,
Right.
always stay till the end.
Yeah.
Unless
Network a bit.
you do have like, if you do have a spot, like I've had like I produced a show at Flappers for 2 years,
Right.
and there were some comics I'd book and like, oh, I got a spot at the Comedy Store, I got a spot at this, and I'm like, go, I mean,
Yeah.
if you have a
Yeah,
spot
yeah,
like that, but
yeah.
if you're just like, oh, I have to go do this bar show, and I'm like, I'm never gonna book you again.
Yeah.
Because you obviously don't want to stay till the end. You're not going
Yeah.
to promote the show
Yeah.
or like any of that. But like,
Right. Right.
dude, that's when you meet people and get to actually talk after the show.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
us. We became like really
That's
good
the only
friends
way
because it's
we
like
knew each other.
we'd hang out during the
Was
show.
it after Giggle Bash? Was it after one of Nick's shows
I
that we met?
think so.
I
It's
think
probably that. It might have been Flappers too.
May have been.
But like we
May
would,
have been.
you know,
Flappers, 'cause I
we
think
would,
You were there when I was starting out.
Okay.
Flappers.
but we would like hang out and talk and
Yeah.
just for an hour or so after the show and just
Right.
be like, what do you like?
Right.
That's how
know
you get to
people.
know people, and that's how
Yeah.
you become friends, and like that's how me and DJ became friends.
Yeah.
Because he'd be hanging out at Flappers because he was rep by Barb.
Right.
He was one of them. He still is. He still, yeah. Well, like
Just signed with. No.
just signed with CAA.
Barb.
Never mind. Sorry, Barb.
Spoiler.
No, she's the best. But like he would hang out at shows, but then we would like shoot the shit like in the
Yeah.
parking lot or whatever, and then it's like after a while you're like, hey, you want to get something to eat or something, and then like
Yeah.
you build a friendship. That's
Right.
how like it works. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But you talk comedy, you shoot the
Right.
talk shop, and
Right.
like what this like tag or like this thing or like
Yeah.
whatever, like what do you
Yeah.
want to do, or like even like advice. Like DJ
Right.
gave me advice about like pacing and stuff.
Oh, interesting.
And
Yeah,
like
sure.
all that stuff, because
Yeah.
like a lot of those guys, they've done like, especially like headliners like that, like
Yeah.
they've done
done it a long
giant
time.
shows
Yeah.
and they've been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
because we're still like new to that.
Thing or two. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I wouldn't listen to a thing he says, but yeah.
Yeah, I never do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, whatever. Is it a review? I don't care, TJ.
No, that
Right.
is, and I think it is interesting in the time that we're doing comedy because there's so much connection.
Yeah.
With social media and everything else, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I saw DJ on TV. That was the first time I'd ever seen him. Right? Was America's Got Talent? When he was doing the season. So he was like a star when I met him. So I was like an idiot when I first talked to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool guy.
Yeah.
It's just,
but I feel like once you get more like into like it's weird because once you start doing it like for a long time, like I mean I get like not nervous, but like when Whitney Cummings drops in, I like hosted for her. Yeah. You're kind of like, hey, how do you want to bring you up? You know, like you kind of get like chatty, but like then after like the second time I meet her, I'm like, hey Whitney, what's going on? She doesn't remember my name, but like it's more of like, you know, but you know that I've been doing this a long time too. We're doing the same exact stuff.
Right.
You know.
Right.
We're all in this thing. It's not like that type of thing anymore.
Farther up. But
of course,
same journey.
Way farther.
Same journey.
Same journey. I got a robot coming up pretty soon myself. But you know, come on, Whit.
It's gonna be hotter than your
can
robot.
Can I call you Whit? All right. Yep. Okay. I'll just bring you up. All right. Great.
People have joked about your last name. Okay, never mind. We're just gonna move on.
That's a funny last name, huh? What do you think about that? She's like, "Who are you again?" I'm like, "No, I'm just I just got. I'll bring you up on stage. It's gonna be great." Fantastic.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
But yeah, man, that type
Just
of
meeting people.
I love that stuff.
I do find comedy is a great connector.
Yeah.
That's a big reason why I find it incredibly fulfilling. Why I feel like I need to do it.
Yeah.
Is to connect with people.
Yeah.
Total strangers. I have to connect with them.
Yeah.
On some level.
Audience, and then like you know you make friends on the shows and stuff. It's just like, it's just that's what's incredible about the whole experience of it. Because that's what's cool is the hang.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like us hanging out right now. It's all about the hang.
Doing work.
Yeah. But it's not.
No, absolutely.
But it's work. But it's not work at the same time.
It's beautiful when you do what you love.
Yeah.
It's no longer work.
Do what you love. Everything else comes.
I want to test our friendship right now and make you talk about God.
Okay, great. Now we're in it. Okay, great. Done with the show. So another late show tonight is coming. No, we'll talk about God.
Deep-seated hatred.
What?
Or just is it? Do you like things spiritual, or have you just never really thought about it?
I've never really. I guess I'm not really into it as much.
Yeah.
I wish I was.
Fair enough.
Because like when I was a kid, I remember my grandma being like real like into it. My other grandma's still alive. She's still like crazy into it.
Interesting.
You know, just like
what version of it is she?
Catholic.
Okay.
We're Catholic.
Yeah.
Which I never know what the differences are.
Between
like when like I don't know, Protestant or this or whatever. Like I think at one point I said like Italian Catholic, and someone's like, "You mean Roman Catholic?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Italian Catholic." You know, Italian Catholic. You know,
Italian.
Yeah, we're all Italian, right?
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
But like I remember like being a kid, like I believe in God.
Yeah.
I do believe in him.
Yeah.
But I'm not like super. I feel like it's just a thing where like just be a nice person, and you're gonna get up there.
Yeah.
You know?
Sorry, I'm going to do something terribly rude. My wife has texted me a couple of times.
It's all good,
Sweetie,
dude.
I'm taking time out of this.
Do your
get
thing,
back
man.
To you.
It's okay. I locked up Bugsy in a crate, so.
It's basically the same thing. Me texting my wife and locking up your dog. Okay.
Well, I mean, I didn't mean that. I meant like taking time out of the pie to catch him, and you got to do your thing with the wife.
It's just so rude.
No, you got to do your thing, man.
So okay, so you feel like you were Italian Catholic?
Well, yeah. So like
Did you go to mass every week?
I had to go to CCD.
Okay.
Which I think is like what?
Sunday school.
Yeah, like a Sunday. Well, we did it on like Tuesday nights and stuff. It was like after school and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think the only reason I passed is because I got juiced in.
What does it stand for, CCD?
I have no idea.
Oh, you don't even know.
Something catechism.
Oh.
I don't think I ever looked it up.
Okay.
Because my grandma used to call it catechism.
Yeah.
But we always called it CCD,
Yeah.
because Catholic development, maybe? Catholic catechism development? Do you know?
I have no idea. I was testing you.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I only asked because Katie also mentioned CCD. She compared it to Sunday school.
Yeah.
So I was.
Which I think back in the day it used to be Sunday school.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Got it.
the 40s, 50s, whatever, something. Like Sunday, because you would go to Mass,
Yeah.
which I remember having to do when I got my confirmation and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
We used to have to go to Sunday Mass to, like, write down the homily, what it was, and, like, all this stuff. And,
Yeah.
you know, and
Man, church homework.
it was, and that was homework. But I think that's like I passed because like they can't fail you pretty much. But also like my grandmom was like one of like the choir ladies, so like she was juiced in. So like she got me to like I got juiced into heaven, you know. Riding the coattails of it, you know.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
My grandmom's Catherine, you know, like my mom Cass, she does it.
Thank you.
Yeah, but then my mom's mom, who's Italian, like I remember going down going to church with her.
Yeah.
And like doing like the candle thing and like lighting a candle and doing the like doing all that stuff, but we never really got like real religion. I think the last time I was at like a funerals, it was the last time I was at churches. You know, like I never go.
Yeah.
My parents were never really big into it too. I think because like my dad's mom was so religious that he was just like not doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like, and it was weird when I was a kid. Like we never went to like I think maybe sometimes we went to like Christmas mass.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
But my parents, my mom's always my mom doesn't work, but my dad's always been in the casino industry.
Oh, okay.
And casinos never close.
Yeah.
Like ever.
Yeah.
So like he'd have work from like 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. and my mom doesn't drive. She has bad eyes. She has this thing called
how traditional is your family?
Traditional. Well, that's what's weird too, because like it's like my mom doesn't work because she can't. I mean, she can, but she has like bad eyesight. She can't drive. She can't, not just because she's a woman. You're gonna stay in the kitchen. But I've always grew up in that kind of household where it's like just a one income kind of household.
Yep.
I mean, she gets money from the government for like the disability because technically she's legally blind, but she can see. She just reads with a magnifying glass and stuff.
Expose or scam here.
It's not a scam. Damn it, they're listening to us. What if somebody just barged in like, we got your mom?
Oh, we knew it. We knew it.
Knew this whole time.
Yeah.
But legally she is. She can't provide for herself.
Right.
Because she can't see to drive. She can't see to like write and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
And so like she's always had that. So we never really participated in that stuff except for my grandmom. We would go.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So she would bring us because my mom's mom would bring us to like different churches and stuff or that stuff. But I don't know.
It never really connected with you either. You never really thought, there's something here that I want to connect with or stay connected to.
Yeah, I mean, I do. Like, I believe in Jesus. I believe in God.
Okay.
But I don't like believe in like all the other stuff.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the stuff like
the catechism stuff or
like that
Bible?
stuff.
You read the Bible?
Bible verses, yeah, but I think most of it's just me like don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Yeah, like be a nice person, you know? Like the 10 Commandments, like of course, like don't kill, don't
Does this really need
don't cheat on your wife or like, adultery, isn't it? Yeah, don't commit adultery.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, okay, great. I'm like, no, it's not a commandment anymore. We can do this. Great. Trump took that one away from us.
10.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was
The real 10. Did you ever see the movie The 10?
No.
It's a great movie. I think I have it on DVD. I'll let you borrow it.
Oh yeah.
It's a great movie, like Paul Rudd's in it and stuff. It's the guys that made Wet Hot American Summer.
Oh, okay.
But there's all little different shorts that all kind of connect into it, and it's all about the 10 Commandments.
Interesting.
It's a really cool movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Remind me. I'll let you borrow it. The 10.
The 10.
But yeah, I believe in that stuff.
Yeah.
But like also like, I think it's more of like a guideline. I guess of don't be. Yeah. Don't be.
Nice.
Be nice. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Just be nice. Yeah.
Gotcha. So never really any negative experiences with religion. Not been turned off by believing in God 100%. You just don't go to church.
I think God works in mysterious ways. I think what's messed up about God though too is like when people die. You know, when they die too young and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know?
You think God's killing them?
Well,
what
like,
do you mean? Why did you connect it to God?
Well, like not God's killing them, but like if there is a God, then like why does it happen?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people dying young, like my grandmom, she died when she was like 66 or something.
That's not that young.
Which is like, I know, it's old as shit.
It was ancient.
But what's crazy is she was Italian, which not like Italians, but like all of her sisters live until like 90 and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So like, where was God's plan on that one?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Missed her.
I
hates
guess.
her sisters. And we just wanted to see her.
Hey, D, get up here.
There you go. Answer.
You know, come on, answer. Bam. Disorganized religion, disorganized. This is great.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. Right?
Yeah, like that
Bad stuff happens all the
type
time.
of stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like.
But it's not really a big part of your life. You're not overly concerned about religion or spirituality.
I don't like I don't like I say like please God like let this happen stuff like that. Like I guess I do that, but I don't do like.
You're not doing Hail Marys.
I don't do Hail Marys or like Our Fathers. Like my grandma would make me do the Rosary. I never like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
We did do that in CCD and stuff,
Yeah.
but like I don't know, like we never really practiced it. I guess because of my family didn't really like my main family, mom and dad. Never really did it as much. You know what I mean?
Did your mom like want to go to church, or was she fine with your dad's sort of apathy toward it?
My mom was the same way. I guess.
Yeah.
They're like, I mean, you know.
It's good they were united.
Yeah, they were united in that.
Yeah.
You know, and I think they would still make an effort to go to like different things.
Yeah.
Like my mom would go when we were with my grandma, but like that kind of just I think like she would go to Christmas mass I think with her friends sometimes.
Gotcha.
But she wouldn't make us go.
Yeah.
We would never have me and my brother would never have to go.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't really pushed on us as much
Right.
as it was.
As it had been for them. Perhaps.
As it had been for like my dad, because my grandma, like his mom was just like really, really religious, you know.
Sure.
Still is. I mean, still like watches it on TV, like the masses and stuff, you know, and just like always like, oh dear God, please Jesus, you know, like whatever, like praying all the time.
Interesting.
Do
you find anything absurd about religion? Because I haven't. I mean, I've seen you perform a lot.
Yeah.
I love what you do.
Thanks, man.
Very funny.
Yeah.
But it's not like religion factors into it for you.
Yeah.
And so I was just curious, you know, having a somewhat religious background, why you wouldn't want to poke fun at it more, maybe. Or maybe it's just so disconnected that you don't care.
I think that's it. I think I'm just like, whatever about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I believe in it, like, and like other people that are really religious, do you? You know what I mean? I'm not against that. You know, like anything, like whether they're Muslim or Jewish, what? Well, like Satan is different. Like, don't fuck.
You heard it here.
yeah, heard it here. Praise Satan. You know, like
He wants to kill your cat.
yeah. I'm allergic to cats, so kill them all. Kill all the cats. If God killed all the cats, I'll go back to church.
Boy,
no, it's cool. Cats are cool. Keep them going. They're cool. They purr a lot. I'm allergic, but whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh my gosh, that's fun. Well, you know, I don't know. I guess for me, my perspective is religion was such a part of my upbringing, and it's still a huge part of my life, that I am interested in what other people think about religion, because I feel like there's a movement in our generation away from organized religion.
Yeah.
Because of some of the ills that it's, you know, spouted out, right?
Yeah.
So I just wasn't sure where you stood on that. Now I know that we can't be friends anymore.
Damn it. I mean, I love everything about it. Seth, don't leave me. No.
No, I love it. Thank you for sharing your thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, I feel. Well, you're. What religion are you then? You're Mormon. Yeah. Which would be still be.
We're not supposed to call ourselves that anymore. But
okay.
That's all anyone knows us.
So what are you supposed to call yourself?
Members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Okay.
Which is so long.
Which is kind of the same. I mean, you still believe in Jesus.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
See, that's what blows my mind.
Yeah. The different versions of Christianity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, here's an example. Like, my brother just got married a couple years ago.
Well,
peace be peace be with you. But she is a Christian.
Yeah.
Which I thought is the same thing as Catholic.
Yeah, but what kind of Christian is she, though?
I have no idea.
Interesting.
Because, but the stuff I would say, but it's Catholic, because my brother is very Christian now. Yeah. I don't know what part of Christian.
Okay.
But, like, he'll go...
Are they going to church?
He goes to church every Sunday with her.
Interesting.
So he actually flipped and like did all this stuff and is like super religious now. Not that it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But it's more. Not there's anything wrong with that. But he'll try to push it on like my parents and me sometimes.
Interesting.
Which is like, dude, why are you?
So weird.
Yeah. So it's like more of like. Because he'll say certain things, and I'm like, it's like Catholic, right? And he's like, no, this is Christian. And I'm like, but I thought Christianity, because we get
Christianity is a huge umbrella.
Yeah, which we get. I got christened when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Baptized.
Yeah.
Confirmation, communion, all the stuff.
Yeah.
Which is the same. I mean, what happens in the?
So we have baptism.
Okay.
You're baptized at 8. So if you're sort of born in the church, that is born to parents.
Yeah, at
who are
8.
also
At
members,
8 though.
8 years old.
Oh, it's not when you're a baby.
No.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We actually have. There's a whole chapter in the Book of Mormon about how baptizing babies is unnecessary.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you have to do stuff until you're 8? Do you have to like learn about different things?
Sure.
Or?
Yeah. We go to church every week.
Okay.
You know, and there's not like a set catechism you have to recite before you're baptized or anything like that. It's more you go through an interview where you meet with the leader of the congregation, the bishop.
Yeah.
And he asks you, do you have a testimony of Jesus?
Mm-hmm.
And,
which is
depending
where
on the bishop, they might have some other questions too.
Okay.
But typically it's really just, do you want to be baptized? Do you have a testimony in our Savior? And, do you have a testimony of the Book of Mormon? And, do you feel like it's a book that teaches truth, in other words?
Do you believe in it, pretty much?
Yeah.
And then you get baptized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get baptized.
Now, do you have to do
immersion. So we're dunked all the way under the water.
Okay.
There's not.
That's what they do to the babies, right? For baptized too? Or do they just pour water on our head?
Church?
Yeah.
My understanding for Catholic Church is water on the forehead.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, what is it when you have to talk to the priest? Confession.
Yeah.
Do you have to do that before you? All
not
that?
before you're baptized.
Okay.
No, because in my church we believe that children are perfect up until the age of accountability.
Oh,
which
wow.
is around the age of 8, which is the age of 8.
Yeah.
Right? And so
you get away with anything. And like 6 years old, you can just light
Child
stuff on fire and stuff.
child soldiers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then after that, there is an element of confession, but my religion's more, I think, personal on a lot of that.
Uh-huh.
There are some sins that we consider to be more serious to the extent that you need to confess and make reparations, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So there's some church discipline that comes into play if you've committed adultery, for instance, or
Yeah.
I'm sure if you killed someone, same kind of
You have to
thing,
do that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, never that extreme, I guess. But like,
Yeah.
but even like saying stuff like, "Oh, I cursed my mother," or "I cursed this," or all that stuff.
I mean,
I had to do that for confirmation. I remember being like,
Right.
"What did you? Would you have to repent for anything?" And I would be like,
this bad
you know,
thought.
like they say, like masturbation is bad for you and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like that stuff. You have to be like, "Oh, well, I had thoughts of this or thoughts of whatever."
Yeah, I mean,
And
there's a similar sort of sexual sins are sort of put on a different pedestal.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's probably not the right term. But,
Yeah. Even use God. What's the first one? Use God's name in vain.
Yeah.
Like even say like "God damn it" stuff like that.
Like that's not allowed. It's
Yeah.
encouraged, right? But
Uh-huh.
It's not like I'd have to go to the bishop every time I swore to say, I
Yeah.
did this thing.
So now, what's the difference?
More personal.
So really, what's the difference of me and you?
Well,
Like, what's like you have bishops, you have
I
this.
think the biggest
So why is
difference
it?
is your a Catholic claim to authority through priesthood comes through a different line of people than Mormonism.
Okay.
So according to my faith, the priesthood was lost after Christ was crucified and after all the apostles were killed.
Gotcha.
That the world became sort of this terrible, terrible place for the Dark Ages when really there was no authority to do God's work on the earth.
Gotcha.
So that would be, and that authority was restored through Joseph Smith.
Okay.
And so for us, I think that's the biggest difference.
So
there are lots of little practices that are different, like baptizing babies is different.
Yeah.
We do,
but for Catholic, it's still like Jesus rose.
Yep.
Right.
Which we still believe.
And then which is the same thing.
Yeah,
and then he helped everything. I think after that, I honestly forget.
He delivers toys.
He delivers toys to children. Wait, is that Santa? Oh shit! I Am Santa Claus was on Netflix for a long time. Just go back into my comedy.
I think the biggest sort of theological difference is that we believe in not a Holy Trinity, but in God being
like
separate
Father, Son,
from
Holy
Jesus.
Spirit thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all separate individuals for us.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
so they're not all one,
Right.
which is Catholic.
Right.
Okay. See, this is what blows my mind.
Yeah.
This is what this is why I don't know why I'm not that religious, because everything blows my mind.
Sure. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because we believe it. We both are going to go to heaven.
Right. Well, I mean,
So it's
I know I will, but
I mean, who knows?
who knows about you?
I got to repent, you know.
This is crazy.
Bugsy! You know. Just you yelled at your dog a bunch of times, and
No, this was pretty violent.
but like we both believe that we're going to go to heaven.
Yeah.
There's still a heaven in pretty much every religion.
Yes.
So it's like everyone's trying to be good to go to heaven.
Absolutely.
So we're all connected.
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, we're
You know?
also all children of God, right? That's another
Exactly.
sort of common belief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is like Protestant stuff? What do they believe? Do you know any of that stuff?
You know, that I don't know quite as well.
Uh-huh.
My understanding of the Protestant faith is that it's like Catholicism, but they follow not the Pope.
Okay. Because we have Pope
Catholics still
John.
feel in
Or,
the Pope. Yeah.
actually,
they
it's not
still
Pope
believe
John
in the Pope.
anymore. I don't know if it is. Yeah.
I don't know your prophet.
I don't know.
Yeah. And see, Mormons,
I don't know your prophet.
we also have like a living prophet, right? Like it's a.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a similar understanding of the Pope, but
Yeah.
perhaps a little bit different. I don't
But
know.
the prophets are still the guys that get us into heaven anyway. Are kind of like the.
Yeah, well, we
they're
don't have
talking
saints
through-
either, right? Like we pray to Jesus directly.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So we have a saint for everything.
Yeah.
If I lose something, I
is
gotta
kinda
pray
fun.
to. If I lose something, I gotta pray to Saint Anthony.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Or like
It's
Saint
kind of
Michael or whatever,
Yeah,
or like you know.
Jesus and God have delegated all
Yeah.
the tasks.
Even when people like when you go to a funeral, it's always like, oh, Saint
Interesting.
Vincent
Sure.
carries him to heaven
Sure.
or whatever. And it's like, well,
Sure.
I don't know who Saint Vincent is. Why is he carrying?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a
You
little
know.
bit of like a mythology feel to Catholicism.
Yeah.
That's I find interesting, but yeah, that doesn't really play part in my religion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some differences.
Wow.
Mine's right, yours is wrong. No.
I mean, whatever.
The
Be
one that
right.
you don't even care about.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, just be a good guy. That's all it is.
Exactly.
I think that's what.
If you
Yeah.
really want to meet a good guy, go to Michael's shows.
Look at that segue.
Look at that. What do you want to plug? What do you
Look
got
at that
coming up?
segue.
This will air Sunday.
Wow, that's a quick turnaround. Look at you.
I hope.
Look at this guy.
That's my plan.
October 24th
Yeah.
at 8 p.m. Loft Ensemble in NoHo is going to be we're back, baby. Another late show tonight.
Which is such a
With
fun
my-
show.
Thanks so
I mean,
much, man.
It's so genuine.
Thank you.
It's like that's what Seth Meyers should be doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Thanks, man.
You suck, Seth.
There
can only be one
Hey,
Seth.
Seth, we're coming for you.
Got a vendetta. All famous people named Seth.
Thank you so much, and thanks for
Yeah, it's a fun
coming
show.
to the show just to like
So good.
be there, man.
So cool.
You know.
Yeah.
I love that was like a baby of mine that I wanted to do for a long time,
Yeah.
just to kind of be able to showcase like we do videos, we do sketches,
Yeah.
we do like I do a monologue, so it's like
Yeah.
working that monologue muscle.
What it reminded me of is Dana Carvey's show.
Okay,
Remember the Dana Carvey show?
I vaguely I know it of
Anyway,
it, but I
yeah.
never.
Because you
Yeah.
guys were doing commercial. They do these commercials that they film themselves, that sort of product place, and they're not doing it with real products.
Yeah.
I mean, you are kind of, but
Well, we do like a
depends.
Windex spoof or whatever it is, or
depend on what it is. But
yeah,
that's what Dana Carvey would do. They meld the commercials into the show,
perfect.
so like it never cut from the show.
Yeah,
It was just a different pace. Anyway, it's very fun.
yeah.
It's a great show.
And musical guests we have too, which I love, like musical comedy and stuff. It's the best.
Yeah.
That's what I hate about open micers.
Oh,
And like
there's a hierarchy.
they don't like musical comedy is the best thing in the world.
It sucks.
It sucks. Whatever.
They're doing something that's slightly different and more entertaining than what I'm doing.
But like that's what I love, like to have a musical guest on there too. Like I want to have it like a spectacle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's coming. That's back. It's gonna be once a month.
24th,
October
NoHo.
24th, NoHo.
Beautiful.
That's coming back. You're gonna be on our November show.
Yeah,
Don't have a
that'll be
date for
fun.
that yet.
We'll
Hopefully,
figure it
but
out.
we'll figure it out. Plug it. We'll plug it later.
Yeah.
And then review and reviews podcast.
Yes.
Listen to that.
Great podcast.
Thanks, man.
So
Me and DJ of the Ocean,
yes.
if you will.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do that too, and then just whatever other shows and your show, man.
Follow your Instagram. Where can they find you?
At Mike Perkins _ or themikeperkins.com is where I have all my sketches and all that.
Oh, excellent.
Videos and all
Got
that.
a website.
Good. So I got a website.
For real.
I'm for real.
Wow.
I do it.
Here.
Yeah,
Here.
I'm here, baby.
Mike, thank you so much.
Seth, you're the
I
man.
could talk to you forever, but I've got to go.
Let's keep talking. I mean, we can keep talking if you
Shut
want.
this off.
Bugsy already stopped barking, so we can just,
He got tired.
whatever. He's tired.
Anyhow, thank you. Okay, follow us, like us, subscribe, whatever it is you're supposed to do, and donate money if you want, because Mike needs some couches. Thanks.
Thanks so much.
Beautiful.
Was I supposed to look at the camera? I didn't look at the camera.